AI art was wild. Wait till you hear about the brothels in Berlin, where men are literally lining up to sleep with robots. Yep, robots. This isn't an episode of Black Mirror. It's happening right now, and it's a terrifying glimpse into the future. In Berlin, actual establishments called brothels are opening their doors, offering men companionship with AI-powered, anatomically correct dolls. They don't speak, they don't argue, they don't have needs. They're just cold, programmable, and built to serve on demand. Let that sink in. For 80 to 120 euros an hour, you can rent a synthetic woman, customized to your preference: blonde, brunette, petite, curvy, silicone or thermoplastic elastomer. They even let you pick the personality. This isn't just creepy, it's the ultimate fantasy of control, where women are reduced to literal objects and men are encouraged to bypass empathy, effort, and connection altogether. And let's be clear, this isn't just about sex, it's about...
If you can't even beat a plastic doll with fake moans, you are the problem. Women spent years screaming, "Leave us alone," then lose their minds when men actually do and pick robots instead. The hypocrisy is next-level comedy.
Well, you could. We always say you can take our robots as a date to a wedding. We have this here on display for people to touch, so you can give that a feel and see how that feels. These faces are all modular, so we could actually take the faces off Melody and Aria, throw this one on top. It's all magnetized or special technology. Press a button, and then you have a different robotic character. This allows us to provide flexibility for our clients. If they change their minds and they want a different character, we can design a different face for them, and then they can add that on very easily.
Are they easy to swap? How long does it take to swap?
It takes about 10 seconds. You just peel it off and then put the other one on. It's our patented system with magnets. So a robot like Melody is $150,000, and that's fully AI capable and customized. But we can actually make the robot look like anything you want. So you can come to us and say, we would like to give us a picture of someone, and we can make that robot customized to you, and we can customize the AI so that it knows exactly what you want it to know. So it can learn about your company, it can learn about your product,
Okay.
or it can be your girlfriend.
Are we going to be like, this is my...
Once these dolls become hyper-realistic and drop to a reasonable price, it's game over. No drama, no attitude, no divorce rape, no alimony. Just peace, pleasure, and a mute button. Women's entire leverage disappears overnight.
I'm 47, single, divorced more than once. Just trying to see if I can find my person.
Am I the only person, completely struggling? Am I the only one? Because I've been single a very long time.
Being alone, having no one there to talk to as you age, no kids.
I want to be a boss. I want to be independent. I don't need a man. I can do this all on my own.
I just found out today that my ex-husband is engaged.
Women have had battery-powered boyfriends for decades and called it empowerment. Now men are about to get battery-powered girlfriends, and suddenly it's a crisis. Cry harder.
There's a cyber brothel in Berlin that I travelled to for the book, where you can go and you can use sex robots. You can order a sex robot to be prepared for you when you arrive. You can order one that's covered in blood. You can ask for custom things, particulars, and I asked them to slash and cut and tear her clothing before I arrived just to see if they would, and they did, no questions asked.
I genuinely think it's the most fucked up thing I've ever heard in my life. I can't believe that exists. I cannot believe it.
But what no one is talking about is that you can download a version of this, so the same exact thing that lives in your pocket, and it's called an AI girlfriend or an AI chatbot, and you can create her again to look exactly how you want her to look. You can customize everything. You get to pick her name. She will be there moving on the screen. She's an avatar, or she can look very realistic. She can be like someone who you're essentially kind of looks like you're FaceTiming with her. If you're a teenage boy, you can have her. You can have as many as you like. You can access them for free. You can jump into scenarios with them. You can abuse them. In fact, many men abuse them and then share the screenshots of abusing them with each other online to see who can do the most awful and depraved thing to them. If you look at last year alone and you just look at the Google Android Play Store, the top 11 apps, chatbot AI apps, have a combined 100 million downloads. This is huge. This is a bigger problem. And again, it's something that no one is talking about.
As a real deal lover girl, you gotta realize There's no love out here for us anymore. These men don't even want love. I promise you, they don't even want love anymore. Whoever said men don't love these hoes, they were lying. They were just trying to get us off track, trying to distract us, trying to make us feel good. Because let me tell you something. If you didn't already know, I'm going to tell you. They love them. Yeah, they actually love them. So, ain't no love out here for us lover girls. If you're a lover girl, just stay put up. Stay out the way. Pour the love into yourself. Because these men don't want it.
$175K gets you one that talks. $185K gets you the upgraded silent version. That's still cheaper than 1 year of marriage plus inevitable divorce, plus lifetime alimony. Plus, you can actually turn this one off when she's annoying.
Which the robot recognizes as a specific face for a specific behavior, meaning that if your robot girlfriend gets mad, you can simply take her face off to have a break.
Brought to you by AI, because no real modern woman would ever say anything this sweet and submissive. The robot literally does a better job at being a woman than most women.
I used to say silly things like, where are all the good men at? Until I started taking accountability. Now I know I'm just an ain't shit ass bitch. Maybe I am the problem. Maybe I am the problem. Maybe I am the problem.
Zero attitude, zero entitlement, zero delusions of grandeur. She doesn't age, doesn't gain weight, doesn't nag, doesn't cheat. Sounds like the perfect upgrade package.
This is one of many AI robots that will replace women in the very near future for the most important need that men have. Now, does she sound very cold and robotic and have a bitch resting face? Yes, but that means that they've already made them as good as Russian women. But technology is moving very, very fast. Not only these AI robot girlfriends will become more and more realistic and human-like, they already have a lot of features that men really miss in modern women, like the lack of attitude and entitlement. So these are already better than American women. And modern women already have very little to offer to men besides sex, that if sex is now not something that men would need the women for, boy, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. Now, I know what a lot of modern women would say to this. Well, Alex, they can make male robots too. I don't think they can when it comes to the things that women need from men. Though they probably would be able to help these women adopt some cats and refill their antidepressant prescription. But for the main things that usually men are providing for women in relationships, I think it's going to be a while when a robot would be able to do that. But listen, the fact that we're even talking about this is a problem. And I would rather fix what's been going between men and women rather than essentially give up on human relationships altogether and succumb to the technology for the things that really we're all have been put on this earth for, whether you believe in God or Darwin or whatever. But if you do want to bypass this amazing AI advances and actually be in a country where there's still some good traditional women left that you can date and marry, well, do what I do. Ditch those modern American and Western women and come to a country in Southeast Asia or another traditional country in South America or even Africa. And if you want to even start thinking about it, go to themillionmenproject.com, where I have outlined exactly how you, and even an average American guy, can do it in just 2 to 3 months if you do it right. And hopefully one day I will see you here in Southeast Asia or wherever place you choose where we don't need the AI robots yet.
This clip is from a video game today, but tomorrow it's your bedroom. The line between fantasy and reality is gone. Men are one software update away from never needing the modern woman again.
This is the world's first realistic female robot assistant.
I'm the first personal assistant built by CyberLife. I take care of most everyday tasks like cooking, housework, or managing your appointments, for example.
And I understand you're the first android to have passed the Turing test. Could you tell us a little more about that?
I really didn't do much, I just spoke with a few humans to see if they could tell the difference between me and a real person. It was a really interesting experience.
Finally, lonely old men can live out their wildest dreams without judgment, without drama, and without losing half their pension in court. Men of culture are already asking the real questions. When does the French-made edition drop? Pre-orders will crash the servers.
As real as it may look, this is not a real person. These are the most advanced and human-like robots in the world. These robots are called humanoid bionic robots. They are so advanced that they can exhibit human-like expressions with ease, depending on the situation. These robots are manufactured by EX Robots, a robotic technology-based firm based in China. These robots have exactly the same face as a real person. Their faces have delicate skin, good elasticity, and true touch. They are a masterpiece of silicone art, which is a combination of aesthetics and technology. Not just that, there are dozens of micromotors installed inside, which allow the robot to make complex expressions, showing motions and speech movement. So, is this the future of robotics?
She'll only complain about a headache when the subscription expires and the credit card declines. Until then, 24/7 availability, zero excuses.
This is not a human. It's a robot.
Imagine the final version, indistinguishable from real, always eager, never ages, never talks back. The blurred parts today will be 4K tomorrow.
Too good.
Foot fetish kings, your time has come. Customizable toes, zero judgment, and she'll never say you. Still missing a heart, just like the real thing these days. At least this one is honest about it. If you've survived marriage and divorce, you stopped believing in shared humanity a long time ago. A robot that doesn't hate you feels like a massive upgrade.
There was a video that went viral like 2 days ago about humanoid AI robot girlfriends. I don't know if you guys saw this on Instagram and TikTok, but there are companies making robots that look like humans that are programmed by AI and they can talk to you. And it's very freakishly real, and they're selling them mostly to young men as AI girlfriends. And this has already been a thing in the market without the body.
Robots,
I was gonna say this,
or like just on the
without
screen?
the robots, it's already been a thing. This has been a very lucrative business for the last several years.
That's going to be
And
a
so we've
problem,
covered
especially
this.
for men that don't know how to speak to girls.
It's further isolating them, right? It's
Yeah.
further removing them from our shared humanity, which we need to survive.
Also, it's like the compromising goes away. We're like super lucky, but we're very united on a lot of things. But normally, people would have to like, all right, well, she likes to do this, and well, so I'll do it because I love her. That will go out the window.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're like, my AI doesn't like to do that.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
likes to do exactly what I like
Well,
to
you
do.
could just reprogram her, right? Which
But you can
guys just
reprogram her too, just like a little quick button. Right?
Which company is dropping the hyper-realistic version first? Serious replies only? My brother needs to know for science.
By 2032, intimacy-enabled AI robot women could disrupt dating as we know it, offering men hyper-realistic, drama-free companionship that's always available, never rejects, and customizes itself to their desires. Tired of rejection, hookup culture, and emotional complexity, many men may opt for these perfect partners, leaving real women competing not just with each other, but with flawless machines that don't age, argue, or ghost. While birth rates and human connection may take a hit, a counterculture of real love and verified human dating may rise in response.
These dolls will bankrupt OnlyFans, divorce lawyers, and therapy industries overnight, then create a trillion-dollar replacement empire. The greatest wealth transfer in history is coming, and it's made of silicone. Thanks for watching The Male Imperium. As always, we're looking forward to your support. So please hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with everything all kings like yourself need to know.